tale of the Wendigo. In the northern forests, a chilling tale of greed and hunger echoes. This is the story of the Wendigo, a spirit obsessed with human flesh, transforming into a monstrous creature. Once, during a harsh winter, young hunter Kichi and his family struggled for food. The snow was deep and game was scarce. Kichi's father left to find food but never returned. Despair gripped Kichi and his mother. One day, Kichi heard a strange noise in the forest. A weak, exhausted man who claimed to have escaped cannibals. Kichi, moved by pity, took the man home. His mother treated him kindly and gave him food. The stranger, grateful, entertained them with stories and songs. However, his appetite grew insatiable. One night, Kichi and his mother secretly watched the stranger and saw him eating human flesh. They realized he was a Wendigo. Paralyzed with fear, they could do nothing as the Wendigo attacked, killing Kichi's mother. Kichi fled in terror, with the Wendigo chasing him. Exhausted and cornered, he fought back, thrusting a spear into the creature. The Wendigo screamed in pain and dissolved into smoke. Forever changed by the ordeal, Kichi mourned his mother's death. He remained a solitary hunter, vowing to warn others about the dangers of greed and hunger. Shadow of the Skinwalker. In the wise tales of the Navajo people, there is mention of a terrifying entity known as the Skinwalker. This monster is a witch capable of taking human form and transforming into animals. It uses its powers to harm people and spreads fear in the night. Once, a young shepherd named Ashki lived in a Navajo village called Kayenta. Every day, Ashki grazed his sheep in the vast lands of the Navajo National Park. One evening, Ashki noticed his sheep were restless and bleeding in fear. He saw a large wolf with human eyes grinning menacingly from the shadows. Ashki knew this was no ordinary wolf, but a skinwalker with malicious intentions. Despite his fear, he decided to fight to protect his sheep. He called his shepherd dog and prayed for strength. The skinwalker attacked, trying to wound him with sharp claws. Ashki and his dog fought bravely, but were overpowered. Just when hope seemed lost, an eagle appeared in the sky and attacked the skinwalker, driving it back. The skinwalker, afraid of the eagle, fled into the darkness and was never seen again. Ashki and his sheep were saved. He believed the eagle was the spirit of an ancestor sent to protect him. From that day on, Ashki remained vigilant against the skinwalker and never forgot the wisdom and protection of his ancestors. The mischievous Pukwudgie. In the stories of the Algonquin people, there are small, mischievous creatures called Pukwudgies who live deep in the forest. These creatures are furry, have long noses, and crooked legs. They are often good-natured, but they sometimes like to surprise or play tricks on people. Once upon a time, a young Algonquin girl named Mishi was walking alone in the forest when she came across a lost and frightened boy. The boy was named Chaitin, and he had gotten lost while hunting. Mishi decided to help him and took him back to her village. Mishi gave Chaitin food and water and tried to calm him down. Chaitin said that he was hunting when he got lost. Mishi decided to take Chaitin back to the forest and hoped to reunite him with his family. During their journey, Mishi and Chaitin came to an area where the Pukwudgies lived. The little creatures were hiding among the trees and watching them. Mishi told Chaitin about the Pukwudgies and warned him to be careful. Suddenly, the Pukwudgies appeared and started to surprise Chaitin. They were jumping around him, making strange noises and trying to scare him. Chaitin started to get scared and began to cry. Mishi told the Pukwudgies to calm down and not to hurt Chaitin. The Pukwudgies laughed and listened to Mishi. They approached Chaitin and looked at him curiously. Mishi told Chaitin to smile at the Pukwudgies and try to play with them. Chaitin hesitated, but then he gathered his courage and started to play with the Pukwudgies. They began to laugh and have fun together. When the Pukwudgies saw that Chaitin was no longer scared, they left him alone. Mishi and Chaitin continued on their journey, and Chaitin was soon reunited with his family. After this experience, Chaitin learned that Pukwudgies are not always bad, and that it can be fun to play with them. Mishi, on the other hand, had learned the importance of respecting the spirits of the forest and living in harmony with them. The spirit of the forest. Leshi, deep in the heart of the northern forests, there dwells an ancient spirit known to the Slavey people as Leshi. This enigmatic entity is a representation of the wild soul of nature and is often depicted as a massive bear or a human-like figure. Leshi can be both a protective and dangerous presence for hunters and travelers alike. Once upon a time, a seasoned hunter from the Slavey tribe named Kanawista ventured into the woods for days to hunt. Food was scarce, and Kanawista was desperate to find sustenance for his family. As the sun began to set one evening, Kanawista stumbled upon a giant bear standing at the entrance of the cave. The bear locked eyes with Kanawista and began to speak. Kanawista was stunned. The bear was Leshi, the spirit of the forest. Leshi instructed Kanawista to cease his hunting and refrain from disrupting the balance of nature. Kanawista was frightened, yet respected Leshi's wisdom. Leshi assured Kanawista that he would help him find food and guide him safely through the forest depths. Kanawista followed Leshi, embarking on a long journey that led them to the most hidden corners of the wood. Along the way, Kanawista learned much from Leshi about the spirits of nature and the importance of maintaining the forest's equilibrium. Leshi taught him patience, respect for nature, and the principle of never taking more than one need. Finally, Leshi led Kanawista to a clearing brimming with an abundance of delicious fruits and vegetables. Kanawista was deeply grateful for Leshi's generosity and thanked him with reverence. Leshi urged Kanawista to continue honoring the spirits of the forest and share his newfound wisdom with others. Kanawista returned to his family with provisions and shared Leshi's teachings with them. From that day forward, Kanawista became a wise hunter who respected the spirits of the forest and lived in harmony with nature. The spirits of the sky, Hoax. In the legends of the Tlingit people, there are powerful spirits called Hoax who dwell in the sky and can either help or harm humans. These enigmatic beings are often depicted in animal or human form and represent the forces of nature. Once upon a time, a young Tlingit warrior named Kale ventured into the forest to hunt. He hunted for days but found nothing. Desperate for food and shelter, Kale took refuge in a cave deep within the wood. As he rested in the cave, Kale heard a voice from the sky. The voice told him that it would help him and guide him back home. Kale looked out and saw a giant eagle soaring in the sky. The eagle swooped down, Kale climbed onto its back and took to the sky. Kale marveled at the world from the eagle's back. He saw the mountains, forests, and rivers. The eagle took him to many different places and showed him the beauty and power of nature. Finally, the eagle brought Kale back to his village. Kale was grateful to the eagle and told him that he was Hoax, the spirit of the sky. Hoax taught Kale to respect nature and never take more than he needed. Kale never forgot what he learned from Hoax. He became a respectful hunter and warrior and shared his wisdom with others. The story of Hoax is a reminder of the power of nature and the importance of respecting the spirits of the sky. It is a tale that teaches us to appreciate nature's generosity and never take more than we need. Hoax is the guardian of the sky, and his wisdom can guide all who listen.